Yes, the music stays on.
Oh, he's training how to hit the. He's doing soccer training. Okay, let me take off my shirt too. It's very hot.
The audio isn't going to be. The audio isn't going to be the main thing.
Which way is more guy?
And from there, you can just start spinning like this. And you come back to the same position where left is bent, right is out.
I switch legs, didn't I?
So keep your legs in the same position and spin. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then when you want to go to the other side, you switch. And then from there, you just spin your upper body. That's a pretty fun one. I like to practice this way. You want to jump on us now? Right. Hey. This is this is a fun one too. I remember seeing this in hip hop. It's actually Prodigy. So it looks like this.
No, right?
Squat on your heels. So number one is you just squat down with a clap. So 1, 2, 2. Just stay on your heel. Like your left foot. Like you're doing this, go onto your heel. No, your left leg. No, like keep your left leg on the ground, kick the right. There you go. There you go. Just before you were up on the toe. Now you're down on the heel.
Okay.
And then you come back, flat. Just stay on your heel. You came onto your toe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you kick the left. Left. Right. Left.
Hey,
Hey.
hey,
Hey.
hey, 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 hey.
And the more you lean back, the more you can like kick out.
Workout a lot more than I
So
do, for
happy.
sure.
You can't feel sad doing that.
Oh, hell no.
He lifts you up. Who's gonna be a serious bastard doing that? You gotta be happy. Oh, get up here. Woo-hoo. Oh. That's so good. Oh. Footwork is also really fun. Footwork is basic because it takes so much energy to get down, no matter what you're doing when you're down there. So, footwork is. It's on. I turn this off. Footwork is easier to freestyle too.
Very true.
Because you can just be as simple as walking while the music's building up. It's just more natural.
Yeah, so come boy. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Those guys are going. Those guys are good to do.
我がたんから本かしらでを引きからほやって投げたんからとんかしらで吐き捨てたらほやってうやわかんなの引きうやなかせじなほやってへやへやへやほわかたんからわかたんからわかたんからわかたんからうやわかんなうやわかんなうやわかんなうやわかんなほやってほやってほやって
Cartwheels are great. We're doing a prana. Cartwheels.
Yeah.
Any of the spinning. Cartwheels. Even just the basics of see the symmetry right. I used to do timer. Just do minutes. Sometimes I do it fast. Sometimes I do it slow. And then working into one arm, cartwheel, leading arm, builds a little bit more dynamism. Even just doing 5 on each side is great. That's a good workout. Kind of like wrestling. Great workout. I gotta get a couple awards.
It's a life friendly. I'm not crazy.
Okay. We have to find something to fight over.
What is that? What do we do with that?
Like a war. Like a dog, it's mine.
Well, you gotta let me go behind.
You got it. We have to get something that we can grab onto. Let's get a bigger stick.
That won't break, no?
Let me tire myself out.
Yeah, that's trained for something.
Probably soccer. Yeah, you can see. No, volleyball. That's a volleyball, I think. So, handstands, man. I think handstands are probably one of the most attractive and like hypnotic things.
Yeah, everybody's like, whoa.
Whether it's like status or walking, my friends are so good at walking. My weakness is walking, so I'm just gonna do some walking.
Yeah, I cannot even get it that way. What is the trick? Pushing your body a little forward?
Yeah, just doing it. Just spend the time. There's no technique. There is technique, but until you have hours of practice.
Right.
Foundation, upper body strength. Yeah. Nice. I'm feeling pretty good. I like chopping up training.
What is stopping up me? Like keeping excited, casual.
Like, after I do something high energy and high stress, I'll go into something a little bit more technical to work on my technique. Or stretching. So, one huge thing for me is working the back bend type motion, because the back bend type motion and these types of stretches really are the foundation for a lot of different moves.
To everyone
Like, if
who
we're gonna
believes a good
learn the,
meal can always be made
windmill.
even better,
Not the windmill,
come try
the,
our new chicken sandwiches at Culver's.
I'm talking bigger, juicier chicken with crispier,
You're gonna
crunchier
have to
breading,
really
and it's
strengthen
all
this
served on
side,
a buttery brioche
this
bun,
part of the body,
and
because
topped with
you
crisp
have to be
dill
able to
pickles,
bend
creamy
from this
mayo, and
side
fresh
of
lettuce and
the
tomato.
dynamic.
Whether you go for
So,
crispy,
before we
spicy
start
crispy,
learning
or grilled
even
chicken,
those things,
you're sure to enjoy your first bite and
get,
every
like,
bite after that.
basic
From
From
Wisconsin with
dynamic.
love.
Welcome to
Switching.
Delicious.
Mom, I have a surprise for you. Un trio.
It's exploring.
What song should I request?
Yeah.
No, your gift is the triple bundle from AT&T.
Exploring the
iPhone
mini
16 Pro
version.
with Apple Intelligence, Apple Watch SE,
I've been
and
teaching
iPad.
myself.
Now that's a deal.
It's
I've
really
got to save up to
important. It's
$1,700
really,
with
really
iPhone
cool,
16 Pro
like,
with
the
Apple
basics of
Intelligence
moving
on us with
easily.
eligible trade-in
Before I
and
start
Apple
trying to
Watch
do
SE
power
Wi-Fi
stuff.
for 99 cents a month.
So, like, even
AT&T,
being here.
connecting changes everything. Requires purchase on 0% APR, 36-month installment plans, and qualifying wireless. Well-qualified customers. Terms and restrictions apply. Subject to change. Visit an AT&T store for details.
Let me see your hair bob going crazy.
You can fuck with this energy. You can fuck with this energy.
Endurance for this.
That salsa move. Ay, con mami, vamos a bailar. picture of that, bro. Let me see that. Wait, 1 sec.
Natural feed. Natural feed. Yeah, your back is really muscular. Yeah, you have a really good athletic base.
Because I play sport with my back. I haven't been super into workout, but sports I always been.
Yeah, you can tell the trap, thickness of the erectors. You have a lot of muscle. You probably do a lot of like aerial.
I do like
Carry sandbags and loads. Yeah.
Look like you do the same thing. flexibility, so I wouldn't force it. But that's you want the weight like that strap.
Area. Because that's gonna be. But that's the bit.
To roll like on that. There's like a base like this. As you roll.
about the acrobatics of fighting, not actual fighting.
Did you catch? You see this header?
I just recorded on my new Samsung 836 5G phone I got for free at Total Wireless.
Oh, I'm actually live streaming the whole match with my new Samsung tab online that I also got for your Total Wireless. I got that tablet too, and I got that phone too. We both got both.
Switch to Total Wireless and get both the Samsung 836 5G and the Samsung Tab M9 for free. For limited times, cost valid in store. Requires new phone activation on the Total 5G and new primary customer reporting and verification and reactivation on the Total 5G and limited 6-month tab account. Restrictions apply.
DQ presents How to Make Your Summer Take Flight. Just head into DQ for our new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Trick. Treat your inner hero to an epic mix of sugar cookie dough, sprinkles, and cake batter flavor. Blend it all with legendary DQ soft serve, and it's enough to tempt Superman himself. Fly into DQ for our new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat before it's gone. And don't miss Superman, only in theaters July 11th. DQ, happy tastes good. Only at participating locations.
I could reactivate it of my own. That's why I'm slow, because if you have to slow, then the other things you're gonna do. Right. So it's like, the subpart of making our movements obvious, so graceful, so that we're not going like this, and then reversing. So it's not unpredictable. It has to be like a, yeah, you give the rhythm, and you think you throw it to your rhythm, and then they can kind of like predict and react to it. Right, you don't let them throw walk rhythm. Bear movement. So it takes the fundamental zero flow. So we have to work out our flow so that we can like hold it in. Yeah. So I think basics are like, we're always, we have like some kind of movement. This movement might not even be the exact movement, but all I know is like certain like crisscrosses that move like that. Like a little bit different. I also just part of that. But then from here, you can do
Yeah, it's like a dance. Yeah. It's a little bit like breakdancing.
working like, oh, it's so pretty. It's actually more about how you feel. Yeah. So we gotta learn how to build in our little flows into the next step. So we have to work out how to build it in. Kick, and then keep the flow. They like to bend the legs a lot. Make them feel that? Oh, wait, is that what you did?
No, I did this. I don't know what I did. I did something like. I did it with the two legs, like.
Oh.
No, it was not like. I don't even remember. Yeah. No, it was like. I do a kick like this and then
Yeah.
I don't remember
I think
exactly
you did a spin.
like that. Yeah.
It's Timmy and Dave.
Sometimes
For
it's just,
those about to reign, we salute you.
hey, exactly something like that. Hey,
They're working on 4.
yeah, the boxing training.
4.
We salute you.
Probably should we get going to practice with the next one.
540.
You know, but really nice here. Shunya.
Huh?
You know, but really nice here.
Shunya.
Shunya. Yes.
Nice.
This was nice, bro.
That was exhilarating. I think it's good to
Fantastic.
stop right when you're still feeling energized.
I feel really
Yeah, I think it's good not to go burnout. I think this is about frequency of practice. I want to be able to do this every single day. I like it more than just doing repetitions on the bar.
Me too.
It's the music, it's the nature, I get to be barefoot. And I feel like I charge myself.
Yeah,
I
man.
charge myself so much more than if I just only think about the bars.
That's also good.
Yeah, I'll do it as like a supplement, but most of my workout, at training, I want to put it into like an art form, so that it can translate to like
Fun.
fun and dance, community.
Yeah.
You don't need too much strength work.
You don't. I mean, you do, but
It's always like athletes. They always they'll put their technique training first, and then they'll do their strength training after.
right.
Because a lot of the technique training requires a freshness, and that's what I feel like with the breakdancing. Is like I need my freshness
Right.
to be able
yeah.
to do everything properly,
Hell yeah.
and then you're also getting strength gains from everything that you're doing.
You are. Yeah.
So I'd say it's like 60 to 70% of everything you need for strength training. Look at that black lizard on the tree with the orange hair.
Yeah, orange hair.
Everyone is looking at him. He's sensing the pheromone. Why are you in my territory? Get out of my territory. Yo, he looks badass. That's like a superhero outfit. It's like Deadpool. The black jumpsuit. Oh, I was thinking, because I want to be able to have like a costume for all the stuff that I'm doing. So I was narrowing it down because I had too many ideas. So then I was like, all right, I'm debating between Spider-Man, Jedi, and Naruto. Those three, because I had so many things I wanted about. I had my cart like almost full of like so many different costumes. I had Goku, I had a Pokemon trainer, I was thinking Deadpool, but I don't want to overload. So I'm thinking to get people interested in the Pokemon cards, I'm thinking I'll start with Pokemon. But then the whole idea of NFTs and copyright came into my head, because eventually I'm gonna want to put these into like a series, like some salutation series. Like, I can't use the Pokemon card skin because that's copyright. So I'm gonna make my own version of like a Pokemon card. And then I'm thinking of the name. I'm thinking either Yogimon or Pranaman or Yogi Man or Pranaman. Pranamen, like X-Men. So there's a lot of different ways it can go, but I'm thinking Yogimon. It's like just close enough. Yogimon. And so I was thinking, what kind of outfit? Because you
you don't want to get too close or you'll get copyright strike because then you're making money off of it.
So you know what an NFT is?
I think they're like an offshoot of crypto, right?
NFT is where you can make art. You can make art and make it so that blockchain encrypts it so that nobody can copy it. And it's illegal. It makes it intellectual property. Which I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk today. He was saying that intellectual property is actually the future because let's move a little bit closer to the camera so that in case this is like cool stuff to talk about that they can hear. So NFT.
So you been filming all this?
Huh?
You been filming all this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're still live.
Oh, okay. Hello, my friend.
Yeah, let me shoot the shot. Yeah, this is perfect. Because I'm right there. Yeah, okay, perfect.
Ah, that's my nephew. I'll tell him I'll be going. Sí, ya voy casi para allá. Oh, let me see. Wait one second. It's on my phone.
Got some lassi.
Hey.
Some nasi. This is just kefir, guys, mixed with turmeric, cumin, cinnamon. Here I come, I am cinnamon.
I don't know, people. I haven't gotten it.
And
People, I'll come later, okay?
it's good to wait
I'll
a
go
little
now.
bit after a
One
workout
second.
before drinking this. But I'd say once you
call you
cool
now.
down, this is a great way. Gentle on the digestion, protein. I actually want to wait a little bit more before I drink that because my system is still coming back. So an NFT is you make it like art. So let's say you make like digital art and you want so that people can't copy it or like sell it. Now it's your intellectual property. And so I was talking about Gary Vaynerchuk. He's like the entrepreneur, has a $350 million business. He's super cool. He grew up as a kid. He was selling baseball cards in lunch during like middle school, making more money than his like dad running his liquor store.
Really?
Amazing entrepreneurial blood. Like his constitution is definitely merchant, right?
Yeah.
So even from a kid, but then his parents, they didn't believe in his hustle. They're like, you're making decent money, but what are you gonna do in the future? Now that you're not going to university, you're 18, come work at the store. So he had to come and work as like an ice boy in the basement. He's an extrovert, he's a merchant, he's in the basement for a year. After that year of hell selling ice, he gets to come out and be a salesperson on the floor. Works with his dad's wine business for the age of 19 until 33. Builds it into like a $12 million business. His family was from Russia, and communism was huge there. Parents faced extreme adversity, and then when they came to America, they were like the typical immigrant family. Like, we got saved for 10 years. Maybe if we do everything right, we can have a chance at a good life, because they came from like starvation and like communism. Okay. And so that was his upbringing. His dad was very strict. His mom believed in him like nobody in the world. Made him a jersey for his favorite hockey team when they didn't have money. They only got Christmas toys like every other Christmas. And so he was coming from a place like that. So they built it, he helped his dad build it into a $12 million business. And so they're free. And then he realizes, I have nothing to show for it except for the love in my heart that I gave to my parents.
Right.
And so now he's like, but I want to start my own family. I want to be like my own man. So he doesn't continue in the family business because he has ambitions of his own.
Right.
Realizes around like 2010 that social media is going to be the next big thing. Starts like selling wine on Google ads, and then Facebook comes out. He's on there. He makes a wine show, tasting the wine, integrity, honesty, shitting on his own wines that he was trying to sell. Just saying, this is shit. I wouldn't even buy this one. For years he does that. All of a sudden he makes it big. He's like realizing the power of social media. Then he starts a media company since he understood this is going to change the world. People are on TV spending millions of dollars on television ads. It's outdated. That's Stone Age. Now you can make pictures and videos online. It's magic. The universe has never been this way. You used to have to go to CBS NBC, pay them. They'll look at you and say, I don't care about your message about Ayurveda and yoga. No, I'm not going to give you airtime because I control the radio.
Right.
But now it's like, they don't
so
control
many
shit.
platforms, yeah.
We can get our message out and nobody's stopping us.
Yeah.
Who knows how long that's going to be? If we were in Russia or Korea, South Korea, North Korea rather, then they're actually censoring it, limiting internet use. So we're in a weird time where this is unprecedented. It's crazy. People are making videos about cats and they're reaching millions of people.
Yeah.
Billions. That's unprecedented power. And so Gary saw that. And so he started teaching people how to use the internet. Took businesses, personal brands, celebrities, B2B, B2C. Now he's running a $350 million company. And he has his hand in many different places. This guy is super cool because he can predict the future. So now he's seeing all the trends, and this is what he says. In the future, AI is going to outsource so much.
Very true.
So much. That the intellect and the creative is going to be where we make our real value. The music, the heartfelt, the storytelling. AI cannot create that. The poetry, the art. And so he's saying people have to start understanding where the world is moving and what are going to be the commodities. Food, farming. We're always going to need that.
Yeah.
Shelter. Even AI is going to help build cheaper shelter.
Yeah.
So we already have that happening.
Yeah.
And it's happening fast. And so looking into the future, that's why, I've been listening to him for over 10 years on and off, but I'm back on his words now because it makes a lot of sense what he's saying. I hear so many people saying it, is that
It's true. AI is going to take over, probably. Oh, yeah.
in so many ways. There's probably even going to be robots. There's already deep fakes. There's already people like fake influencers, like AI influencers.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
There's fake porn. People are spending money on fake porn, bots, AI images. And so the biggest thing is, what are people going to need moving forward? That's why we're big on thinking about mango nurseries. Thinking
Hell
about
yeah.
dude,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
saying if the economy goes down, I'm investing in 10 acres and I'm planting 1,000 mango trees.
Hell yeah.
Because 10 years later, I don't care if it's like I have to pay taxes right now, I'll find a way to make it happen. But for the next year or two, I'm focusing on branding, building a movement and a relationship with an audience. Trust. Trust is a human resource. So building trust in an audience, so it's built on virtue. So it's built on a movement. It's built on a purpose. And so people can always get behind that. And AI cannot build a movement of purpose and trust and human heart-to-heart connection. So that's what people are going to want. I want a reason to be alive. I want a reason beyond just my universal basic income. I want a reason beyond just like my job that I'm doing. That's always...
That's what they're saying, universal basic income, yeah. When they're already preparing the whole scheme.
Yeah.
Just by that thought, they're telling you what's going to happen,
Yes. And so more and more, even than before, people need purpose. Because before, your purpose was get up.
And are living.
Yeah. Milk the cow, get the water, clean the house, survive. Now, AI is making that so easy. People are going to be like, well,
what the fuck do we do with our time?
What is my life about? So that's why the beauty is resonating with people. That's why art is going to become huge.
Oh, yeah.
That's why Pokemon and video games, escapism, beauty, but not just escapism.
Right.
We want the beauty. We want the nature. We want to have the wonder. And these superheroes, these video games, they give us that by proxy because they're imbibing it in their consciousness and then they're showing it to us. And then we're like, oh, I can feel the life. I can feel the aliveness. Oh, I remember what the beauty of animals, the beauty of nature, the beauty of bike riding, the beauty of adventure. That's why Pokemon speaks to people so much. So they turn on the video game and they're like, I'm getting it.
Exactly.
Because they don't have it inside. And so that's why I feel so strongly about the movement of combining everything. Why are people so drawn to art? Why are people so drawn to sports? The aliveness.
Yeah, of course.
Millions of people throwing the ball. Hey! alive. Like people just want to feel alive.
Of course.
So sports is always going to be around.
Yeah.
Music is always going to be around. Like Ty Lopez is talking about that. He says sports and music is the opiate of the masses. It used to be drugs. It still is in some ways, in a lot of ways. And that's a damn shame. But that also creates a need for yoga, Ayurveda, health. Health is going to be a huge problem moving
Hell
forward
yeah.
in the future.
Imagine. People are going to be, what the fuck do we do? They're going to take to drugs. First thing they're going to do is mess with drugs, for sure.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem that we already see.
Hell yeah.
So that's why I'm so hot on all of these things. It's like looking forward into the future, even Gary Vaynerchuk says the main reason for failure is that people cannot see beyond a day, a week, a month, a year, 5 years. If people could see beyond 5 years what they can build if they just invest for 5 or 10 years, and if they could see 5 or 10 years later what's going to be valuable, then more people would be investing in, hey, maybe I should learn the piano. I'm speaking to myself.
Yeah,
I
for
went
sure.
10 years without learning the piano, without being involved in sports, just grinding away. Thank God I was not just like fucking off. I was actually like saving money, learning massage, learning yoga.
Yeah.
We're planting that seed, and that seed is now like bearing some fruit. And so looking forward, I think we're on the perfect path. We're on the perfect path because people are going to need, they already do, desperately need health. Desperately. Like even more in the future, if you can actually believe it, because America is on the decline still of health.
Yeah.
We think that the gym movement and the organic movement has turned things around, but there's still a heavy lethargy and a heavy movement of bad medicine. Ayurveda's not strong enough. The drug regime, the big food and the big pharma, the fake supplement, the fake health regime is actually a scam.
Hell yeah.
So even within the health scam, the health care, not even health care, within the health
organic movement.
field, there's scams. Scam food, scam fitness, bad fitness, not deep enough understanding, pornography spreading. And so there's scams. And so people are raising an eyebrow like detox. What do you mean detox? Like you're questioning detox? Why don't you question medications and unneeded surgeries and bad food and the oils in food and pornography? You're questioning detox. So people are confused because all the scams. Eat this healthy whey protein. You eat it and then you get acne. It's bullshit. And so there's so many,
There's so many wrong info out there. Yeah,
casein, protein, fad diets, Atkins. Eat these Atkins cookies. They have no carbs. People are like, what the fuck is nutrition? Like Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, carnivore, vegan. It's all just like extreme, like
overwhelming to the system. This brain, this computer is getting error, like so much info.
Yes.
So much.
And so many lies.
So, that's
There's
what I'm
too
saying.
many minds. Even when you're trying to find the answer, too much bullshit. Like, only eat meat. Vegetables are devils. Anti-nutrients. And then you have like vegans, like
the other side,
vegans.
the other side of the coin.
Meat is destroying the world. It's from the devil. It's gonna ferment in your gut. Only vegan. And so people are like, oh, fuck.
Listen, in India, there's a lot of the majority of the population. There's a whole spiritual people. They eat meat, not cow, because cow is very sacred in India. But they eat what this thing called sheep, and they eat fish. Vivekananda ate fish.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, this is very clarifying even for me to hear, because sometimes I do feel like eating fish. And the Hare Krishnas are very, like Prabhupada was very dogmatic about it. He's like, thou shalt not kill. He interpreted that from the Bible
You're
as...
killing the trees in the saying, you're killing... Yes, I mean, the food is less violence. For sure, it's less violence than killing an animal. But you know what I'm trying to say? Because at the end of the day, that food is very much alive, right?
trees. We're killing everything.
We're killing everything.
It's
everything.
impossible to live in this planet without killing.
Without violence.
But that's
for
the
sure.
thing that I was feeling about the Hare Krishna movement, is that they're very right wing. They're not even right wing, it's not the right word. They're very dogmatic, fundamental.
Dogmatic is good. That's a good word.
And you know,
And I understand them. They
I kind of
want-
understand.
They want a very sattvic lifestyle. That's okay. They want to cultivate sattva guna. That's totally beautiful.
But the way that Sadhguru presents it
It's different.
is more digestible, because first, you don't come at people saying like, you're killing and that's against God's law, because that's just religiosity. You know, Sadhguru comes at it like, the science of what happens to your system when you eat meat is that it creates some lethargy, it ferments in your gut, and it's best to eat much, much less. So he even says, try going Monday, Tuesday without meat. And so it's just about perceiving the effect on it. And then later, when we're such yogis, that we feel like, wow, like I actually understand, like I don't want to kill anything extra in this world. Like when you have that realization, like, wow, like I actually understand why. I actually genuinely don't want to kill ants. I genuinely don't want to kill fish.
Right.
I genuinely don't resonate with it.
It's
Then,
coming from a spiritual experience, of course. Yeah.
then I think that's different.
Different. Totally.
But I would agree that it's generally good to eat less meat.
Oh, yeah.
And then what you said is very smart. Like more of like the sardines or the salmon, more sattvic, lower on the food chain. It's just scientific.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
that
telling you, a lot of yogis in India eat fish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
man.
thought all yogis were 100% vegetarian.
No.
Fascinating. Because another observation that I made is that I see a lot of Hare Krishnas who look very malnourished.
I do too.
Their
I
teeth,
do too.
their body,
I
they
do
look
too.
very unhealthy.
I do too.
Even some of the bigger ones, they just look unhealthy, fat. You kind of see as a lot of Hare Krishnas age, they look sunken, like Holocaust survivors a little bit.
I totally see. I see
So
what you're saying.
you see the malnourishment and how people are doing the strict diet that
And it is not for everybody as well. And for today's time, Prabhu, the vegetables are nothing. We're eating nothing, Prabhu. The soil has nothing.
yeah.
You talking about
Yeah.
500,000 years ago? Vegetable was enough to survive. You know what I mean?
Right.
But nowadays, with the quality of food we're getting, Prabhu, no, Prabhu. This is warfare they're doing on us. You know? Really, it's warfare what they're doing. They're trying to lower us down to the basic level in all manners, whether it's poisoning the air, whether it's poisoning the ground, whether it's poisoning our foods. Everything they're doing in their power to make us dumber. Because they know we can be really powerful. That's what scares the government, that we know human beings, they know human beings can be truly powerful. You know?
Yeah, it's really, that's a huge problem. Here, drink from this side.
Thank you, Prabhu.
And if you can, waterfall it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is definitely the other thing, is that the
Yeah.
vegetables and the fruits don't have the same level of nutrients. So, let's show everybody. We have mangoes that we get directly from the tree, and the mangoes actually have been really brightening us up. Osmel is on, I think, day 14, right?
Hell yeah.
Of just fruit.
Just manguitos.
Manguitos. That's adorable. I did 2 days straight, and today when I ate my bok choy,
Yeah.
when I ate my bok choy, my mangoes, even though it was very light with just my bok choy, and I didn't even put tahini, I just had like a coconut chutney on it, right?
Yeah.
With pumpkin seeds. It was not the same effect as mangoes. Mangoes, I think that's why we're feeling so good, is because the mangoes came directly from an organic tree, so fresh. I think we're feeling the freshness and the aliveness of the minerals. Oh man, that's an amazing one. This is one of the most potent and luscious. This is like the curves of a woman.
Oh my God.
Like, this is like a boob to me. This is like the boob of the mango tree. You can literally see, like, you can see inside of it the lusciousness, like the fertility in it. These other guys are pretty cool too, but I have to say, this is fat and long. This is like plump. This is what you call plump. This is very a healthy looking mango. It's very solid. They're forming like a drum circle. Hey! But I think genuinely, even organic bok choy, I feel like it isn't as alive. So I think that's why this fruit-only diet, it's not just any fruit, it's the fresh fruits directly from the tree. I think we're feeling the minerals and the aliveness that we get from it. And so the question becomes, we started a really bird's eye view, looking at where the future is going. Looking at why we're so big on like social media, building a personal brand, why we're so big on health, why we're so big at bringing sport, like the breakdancing, into health, into our movement. Why we're big on bringing art into the movement. Why we're big on like learning music. Is just because that's where the nourishment is going to be required in the future. So we're always chasing the nourishment. And for your soul, like we're gonna be taken care of physically, survival I should say, not even physically. Like we have to work on the physical side of being taken care of too, by planting the mango trees. Even now, like before I have land, like we have this mission, we're planting 100 mango trees, so that in 3 to 5 years we have them in the pots. In 3 to 5 years I expect to have land. I expect to have a place to plant these. Whether I donate them, you know, I can donate them to Yogi Hari. I can donate them to Hare Krishna. I can donate them to churches. Back at my church in Boca, I actually donated a good 3 trees and we planted them. So when we go back, if you ever go back with me, we'll see the mango trees I planted like 5 years ago. And they're just gonna be there. And I dreamed one day that it would just be dropping mangoes. Like, just, you know, you're sitting in the park.
Nuggets of love.
There you go. There's a nugget of love right there for you. It's magic. This is heaven. I truly believe that mango trees are in heaven, because you're sitting here, you're with your friend, and it's not just a beautiful tree, it's a tree that's dropping life in front of you. Free.
Yeah.
It's free food, and it's doing it automatically. It can't help it. It's righteousness. That's God.
That's God.
That's
yeah.
God. God is feeding you.
Yeah.
And it's as easy as planting a seed. You plant a mango seed, and you get this tree of life. It's free food. It's free money. It's a money tree. This is a money tree. Money trees do exist.
Tell that to Kendrick Lamar, because he has that song, Money Trees.
Who is he?
He's a rapper, Kendrick. He has the style of Tupac. Remember Tupac? Very revolutionary in his nature. That type of energy. You know?
I love Tupac.
Me too. He was a different guy. He went wrong in some ways. He got a little lost, but his main message was out there for sure. You know, spread. He was enlightening black culture. You know what I mean? They were so deep in darkness. He was teaching them, you know, be proud of your skin. You don't have to be ashamed of yourself. What skin, anyways? You know, it goes after death. We're all the same. We're going to the same place. None of us are very much different. So, what is skin? You know what I mean? So, he was teaching that to them, reminding them that, like, you know, be proud of your culture. You got a culture. You know, Africa's been around for, who knows, thousands of years, along with Egypt. It's even older than Egypt. So, you know.
Yeah. So it sounds like he was alive during like the 70s and 80s.
His mother was a leader of the Black Panthers. You know the Black Panthers?
Okay. So
that's why his name was Tupac. She named him like that way in honor of a leader of the native. There was a Peruvian leader called Tupac Shakur. And she named him that way because she had him in prison, actually. He was born in a prison cell because of her movement of the Black Panthers. So she wanted for him to be like a leader for his people, type of thing, you know. So
Black Panthers were a violent, racist protest group, right? They're a movement for black rights, right?
Yeah.
But they were violent, right?
They became very violent, especially after the death of Martin Luther King. You know, they became a riot.
And that was Malcolm X who was the leader, right?
Malcolm X was not the leader. Really? From what I know, she was one of the big leaders. Tupac's mom.
Really?
Yeah, she was one of the big leaders. Yeah.
So isn't that crazy that even just like 40 years ago, 50 years ago, well, more like 60 years ago, blacks were actually still
Segregated.
hugely segregated.
Bro, it was crazy when. That's why I say this. That's why so many things are happening in this country, Prabhu. This country has a dark history. You know, we can say these are the fruits of the past. You know, every past has its fruit. You plant a seed of mango, for sure it will deliver some mangoes, you know. These are the seeds we planted, we're receiving them. You know, that's why this country is going through a horrible evil. It needs to cleanse everything.
Yeah.
You know, get rid of everything, you know.
That's a deep thought, because you definitely still see people with chips on their shoulders And I was actually, when I was meditating and doing my sadhana today, I had this insight, and I realized I have, well, of course I do, but like I got insight about what chips I have on my shoulder. You know what I mean? I started to think about that, and it was revelatory to me just to understand and admit and look at it, because even just noticing, hey, I have a chip on my shoulder from women, I have a chip on my shoulder, still wanting to like prove that I'm good enough to certain people, still wanting to prove that I'm like a success enough, and even just realizing that was so cleansing. Seeing what you have a chip on your shoulder for, and then acknowledging it, and then acknowledging that it doesn't have to be that like that, like, you know, because whether people are dealing with a chip on their shoulder, it's just pain, right? So blacks can have a chip on their shoulder thinking, you know, I'm poor, I'm so great, but I'm poor, people are discriminating against me. And like all these chips that we carry on our shoulder is just that residual pain that we have not accepted in ourselves, and it made us weak in a certain way. And then we're blaming, and we're saying like, it makes like this disharmony, right? And so for me, it's like, I realized, you know, I had pain in the past from getting rejected by girls. I had pain in the past from not being able to make friends with everybody. And so my weakness was internalizing that and thinking that there was something wrong with me because I didn't get along with everyone. But it's inevitable. Like, you have to not get every girl. You have to not get along with everybody. And so just coming to grips with that, it's so obvious, and like intellectually you know it, but then moving past it and letting go of that chip, it's like, well, how do I get this chip out of me? Like, sometimes it's like, you know here, but then it's like, well, how do I like stop feeling like I want to be like accepted by everybody, you know? And now I'm moving into this different realm where I'm like, it has to be that way. It's good that it's that way.
Yeah.
And so I'm understanding, and my heart is healing from that. Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting, like why, when it happens, why it happens. I think it was the increase in energy. I really think ever since I've been healing from the chronic fatigue and the long COVID, my whole mindset is changing away from like, oh no, like save, like scarcity, like it's natural when you have low energy. When you move into the high energy, you move into
you naturally like, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Like, I got this. Like, you just know, you got what it takes. And so you're just like, the energy is just healing. And so I think for a lot of people, including me, like I would intellectualize it and try and just like, no matter how much you understand it and try to like talk through it and be like, I talked about this to my therapist for 5 years, and you understand the hell out of it, the energy still isn't there. Yeah. And when the energy starts to move, I just noticed, like, now I'm just like, chill, like, I see people and I just know. It doesn't matter if we're not friends. It doesn't matter. I have the energy. I can bless you. I have so much energy. I don't care. Like, it's not this thing anymore. Like, oh, I want to have a friend. Can you be my friend? Like, are we going to be friends? Like, are we friends? This brings me happiness. Like, that's a different philosophy. It's a different approach and energy that comes from, like, not having the inner, like, I'm good. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm good. Like, like, I'm good today. Like, I have so much energy. I know what I'm about. I know what I want to create. I know that I have this good feeling in me that I'm creating what I want for this world. I have that life in me that I'm sharing. Like, and it doesn't matter what comes into me. I already have it, man. Like, that's the difference. And so it's healing me. Even just the energy, even just the aliveness, even just like the inner alignment of like a combination of having the right energy with the right aim, the right intention, the right vision. It's just so liberating and healing. And isn't it a mystery thinking about like how people can heal through these pains, right?
Yeah.
Like how, and so it becomes mysterious, and I feel like there's so many questions about it. There's something about the spiritual spark, where you could also call it the energetic or the inspirational spark. The Holy Ghost.
The Holy Ghost.
The Holy Ghost.
You got the Father, you got the Son, and you got His prana. Holy Ghost.
But like, for everybody to understand, it's just that feeling of aliveness that you have when you're in love. Like, it's that aliveness you have when you're inspired. And how to get that is another question, because not everybody knows how to get that. You can't fake it. A lot of people look for it from love. That's why everyone, I think, wants love. They're obsessed with love. One time, Ty Lopez, he was 10 years old, and he was listening to all this music, and Elvis was on. And he said, "Mom, why is everybody so obsessed with these love songs? I don't get it." And she said, "Well, Ty, the thing with love is that it's the most life-giving thing, and people don't know how to get it." And he remembered that. He didn't understand it when he was 10, but people don't know how to get it, and they don't know where it comes from. And that's why people are obsessed with it. Like, you look for it from another person. You want someone to love you. You want that romance, like, fulfill you, like, especially women. But guys do it too.
Hell yeah.
The one. We call it one-itis.
Of
Like, I'm looking
course.
for that one. She left me. She was the one, man. Like, oh, the
You
way
always say,
that it makes you feel.
La
I felt
media
whole.
naranja, or half orange.
Half orange.
Media naranja.
Media?
Naranja.
Media?
Naranja.
What does that mean?
Orange.
Naranja is orange.
Media means half.
Media.
Naranja.
Media. Yeah.
You're always
Man.
looking for that half.
It was never my weakness, to be honest.
Well, you know, we already whole. We don't need the holy half. We can be two whole together. You know?
Like-
Be holy together.
Yes.
Even the word holy comes from the word whole. To be holy means to be whole.
Do you
Yeah.
want more?
Please.
Because I just want to live maybe half of that. And then I want to let it sit so that we can eat these mangoes.
Abu, but I must go. But thank you. Because, you know, my nephew expecting a full workout today, and I'm going to go. Nah, probably not. By the time I get there. This is good, though. It's very astringent, I was
Very
going to say.
light. You think?
You know, astringent,
Probably from turmeric.
yeah, like that flavor, like, it sucks everything.
Probably from turmeric. Because it's kefir. Sour. So
Ooh.
the sour from the
It's
kefir.
actually sour, too. Yeah.
Astringent is probably from the turmeric.
Really?
And I put ginger and cinnamon. But that made it digest
Did
so
you say you
easily.
wanted some? I did not know.
No, I'm done.
Oh. I understood eat, drink, you know? I don't know what you said to that.
No, I just wanted like half of whatever was left, but no. I got everything that I needed. By the way, cool necklaces. You have a good variety.
This one
You
I
have
just got.
the surfer ones. That's
Yeah,
the
buddy.
shells.
I got Vitamin. I got this one. This is. Didn't I give you one of these?
Yeah, I still have to learn how to thread it. I need a needle.
Yeah, man.
I need a
This
needle.
is what's consecrated on Mahashivaratri. You know, very specially, very powerful.
I soaked it in the milk and then the ghee and then the milk.
Yeah, man.
So it's ready for me. It's just I have to push it through. I don't have a needle.
But I didn't. Oh, you don't have a needle. No, but if you just wet it a bit, you know, make it really sharp and just, you can just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like, and then you have the tulsi,
Oh,
And
the
then-
Tulsi as well. That's right. I forgot about that
and
one.
then you have the, what is that, seashells? What kind
Yeah,
of seashells?
seashells.
It kind of looks like shark teeth, kind of.
Really? No, it's not shark
Kind
teeth.
of this way. It's cool because it has ridges. It kind of looks like shark teeth, actually.
Really?
It has a masculine edge to it, but then the
Oh,
other
okay.
side is feminine because it's pearly and like a shell, so it has both. Because the rigid side kind of looks like this. Like,
Can see. Yeah, I
look
saw
at it in the mirror.
Yeah.
So it has a balance of masculine
Let me
and feminine.
see. I didn't notice. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I see it right here. Yeah. I like that. That's a good observation, Babu.
That's what it made me feel when I seen it. It's like
Yeah.
it kind of looks like a tribal chief would wear it because it has like the like it's good.
I'm biting your ears off.
You have like a necklace of people's like ears.
Bruh. Well, there was this story of Buddha. I don't know if you heard it. Sadhguru said it once about this guy who used to have a mala, 108 fingers. He used to call Anguli mala. Anguli means like finger. So it was this guy who was everybody was scared of, and Buddha went once to talk to him. He was like, I'm not scared of this guy. Go to the Buddha.
Oh, yeah.
And he went to talk to the guy, and the guy actually became the biggest sage. He became one of his biggest disciples. That guy. Everybody was scared of this guy because he was a murderer. Because he was wrong by life.
Yeah.
You know the story I'm talking about? Buddha said it?
I love this story.
Yeah, and the Buddha went to talk to him. He resonated with him like, there's no need to kill anybody. The only one that you need to kill is within yourself. It's all your wrong notions. And the minute he understood that, he just became a sage, just like Buddha,
And yeah, I remember there was something in Buddha who genuinely wasn't afraid of being killed.
Yeah,
And
he
this
was
guy
just like,
obviously
kill
a
me.
murderer.
Yeah.
And it freaked the guy out.
Yeah.
Because he legitimately couldn't be, even the subconscious could not be freaked out.
Yeah, because half of the high is getting the person afraid, right? That's half of the high for the murder.
And then also, half of being intimidated is also their subconscious.
Oh yeah.
Like these fighting guys, they know when they look at your eye,
if you're
they
afraid.
can tell.
Yeah.
And then when somebody is just able to look back without any fear, they're kind of like, oh shit, like this guy's more confident than
who
me.
this guy is, yeah.
Like part of the stare down,
yeah.
like when the fighters do the stare down, they're just like,
who are you? That's what they're basically checking themselves out.
if there's one twitch of the eye, you can't hide it. And so that's the interesting thing about the subconscious mind.
It is.
Is that if you look into someone's eyes, eye gazing is such an interesting
It
thing.
is. It's powerful though. It's like,
We actually did this in the program that I'm not allowed to talk about.
I know which program it is already. I know which program it is.
We did this in my massage therapy program too.
Really? Eye gazing?
We did eye gazing.
It's
for a
really
full minute.
personal.
I feel like I'm looking into my own soul more than even yours.
It's so weird. So like,
They say that the minute you make eye contact with somebody, you exchange energy
very true.
subconsciously.
Yeah, prana. Yeah.
Impossible not
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
I actually noticed it even looking at a camera, because my own subconscious,
Oh, okay.
my own subconscious, even looking into the lens of a camera, is reacting. It's so interesting.
I'm laughing. I don't know. I'm getting goofy vibes.
I know. I had this one friend. We actually did this. We were talking just like this, and he noticed that I would look away certain times, and so he started doing this. And then when I would look away, he'd like chase me like this, and I just thought it was like weird and silly.
It's personal though. It is.
Because he was checking out my subconscious, and he was like, why is John like that? And then I was like, not even aware of my own subconscious, and I was like, I just thought it was weird that he was doing it. I didn't understand.
Most people don't do it. I think 90% of human beings don't look at themselves in their eyes. It's personal, y'all.
Or looking into other people's eyes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when we talk, we don't look at it. Most of, if you notice how people talk, they talk like this, looking down or looking this way. They don't really look, like it's very personal.
Actually,
Yeah.
Over at the yoga festival, when I was looking at that girl,
Which girl?
that girl,
Hmm?
that one, the one,
La media naranja.
the one special one. But it was so interesting because it creates this connection.
Totally, bro.
And you're communicating.
Totally.
And you can't hide.
Yeah, no, with women it's even more like
You cannot hide.
it's like
and I
a
noticed
explosion, dude.
when I was looking at her that like I was a little bit nervous.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
for sure,
And so I
yeah.
felt it, and I kind of was just chill with it. I was like okay with it, because like when I showed her something on my phone, my hand wasn't completely steady, and I was still okay with it because I felt like she was the same way.
Who are we talking about?
That girl.
There's so many girls there.
Because
Ranuka?
I thought that it was actually coming from her, and that the nervous energy. But I realized I kind of like her, and
Ranuka.
I'm a little bit.
No, that's right. I remember who it is.
I'm a little bit nervous, and that's okay. You know what I mean? But I was realizing just the eye contact.
It's
like,
powerful. It's powerful.
You can't fake You can
You
fake.
can fake
you
it.
can fake a little bit of your facial
Yeah.
gestures, but you cannot hide. All
Yeah,
the little,
maybe there is something there.
like, even if you're perceptive enough, you can sense even the smallest sense of, if I'm a little bit haughty, if I'm a little bit prideful, if I'm a little bit insincere,
Yeah,
and
totally.
I might not even know. That's the crazy thing. I might not even know. Sometimes people they start getting high in their own supply when they're with people. They don't get caught out or called out by the other person, and so they let them get away with it.
Right.
And so sometimes you don't even realize how you're being. If you're being completely sincere, honest, if you're talking out of your ass a little bit, if you're embellishing a little bit, yeah, all these little things, they're always expressed, whether it's tone of voice, whether it's like little facial tics, whether it's, especially when you're with somebody that you don't know as much,
Right.
if you're trying to impress, if you're filling the space with words, a little bit of insincerity, a little bit of like, like you're not being yourself, and you don't even realize that you're not being yourself. A little bit of the fake smile, the uncomfortable smile, or a little bit of the pandering, like all this stuff can be happening, and it's just interesting because it's all automatically transmitted.
It is. It's true.
It's impossible not to, just through the eyes. But when you can't talk, you can't hide.
When you can't talk, you can't hide. John's like,
So what happens when you can't talk?
you just stare. You just stare, John. The eyes talk more. I think I have a poem like that. No, it goes, the eyes kiss deeper than the lips.
That's very well said.
I have it on my Instagram, I think, yeah. Yeah, I had connections with women just by eyes. It's so beautiful. Like, we actually kiss and we make love. Just
That's
through the
so
eyes.
true.
Yeah, just like looking at each other, just like something gets transmitted that's so powerful. Like,
It's tremendous, and a lot of guys aren't comfortable doing it. It's too intense. A lot of guys feel like it's too weird.
it is weird. That's the good thing about it, that it is weird.
But guys, in other cultures, like in Spain, one of my friends was saying that in Spain, guys hold hands, and it's not gay.
In India too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in India, guys hold hands, no
And
problem.
that's the transmission of energy. That's also different.
Yeah.
When you hold someone's hand, it is different. Like you can feel the person through their hand. Like you holding my like this is very different because you have the way that you even grab my hand. It was like very like you're comfortable. Like you grabbed it like this. It was very like stable and grounded. It was like firm. It wasn't shaky. Like I felt firm energy. You know, like I was kind of expecting you to take my hand like this. Like I was expecting you to take my hand like this. This is kind of like how I wanted to hold your hand. Like this is how I'm feeling right now. It's like I just want to hold your hand like this, or yeah, I feel like right now this is your hand is actually you don't have like a very calloused hand. Your hand is like a good balance of thick and feminine.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually like both. Do you have to go?
Yeah, my nephew.
Okay. But
And the hands can start a lot too.
yeah,
like even your hands when you do this.
like even just the energy. I feel like the energy comes from there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like most of the energy comes from here, like the palm and right here. For me, that's where I feel a lot of my energy.
And look, you do this. You spread it like this. Bro, look at that compared to mine. Look at the energy. Just look at your hand. Look at mine. Just look at how the fingers are spread out. Just do this. Look at that hand. Look at your hand. Bro, it's so spread out, bro. Look at just the energy, bro. It's like so outgoing. Mine is more. You see the fingers? They're more held together. This one is the other one separated. It's like I'm more internalized person. You know, I'm more of like in my shell, the inner introvert. Yours is like completely like spread out, like very like outgoing, very out there.
I never analyzed my hand that much.
And then, yeah, in astrology you have to study it too. This is the lifeline. Oh, very strong. Look, it's very deep too. Look at how long it reaches. Like it reaches all the way to the bottom. Mine actually has a cut. Look. If you look at mine, and it's not as deep as yours. Meaning your prana, your lifeline is actually more longer. In the beginning, you had and I was born with some difficulties in my lungs. So
What's lifeline?
that's the lifeline.
I want to show everybody what we're talking about. He's talking about this one, so you can actually
Look
tell.
at how deep. It's deep because it has a good color and it's long. It reaches all the way to the bottom. So it's a complete lifeline.
And what about this? Like,
Oh,
does that mean anything?
This one I was gonna say. So this one is the headline.
Whoa.
This is the headline. You meaning your intellect, and this is the heart.
Whoa.
And this is a good heart line. So the left side represents what you came with, your genetics, and the right one represents your current life. So you can see the changes between the two of them. See how much you have worked. So let's say if at the beginning of your life, look at the heart line in this one, and look at this one. You see how much it grew? Meaning you have worked on expanding your heart line more, the energy of your heart. You see it? You see the difference?
They look the same to me.
No, look. Look, it's finishing here. Look, and look at this one. It has an offshoot over there.
So
you see?
this one ends a little bit.
So this is what you
before
came.
the middle finger's middle base.
And look at that
This
one.
one is going to the end of the
No,
middle.
and look, and it has an offshoot reaching the
like
index.
a branch. Like it branched off. So this is the heart line. This is the headline.
This is let's see the hairline. Let's compare.
So this one has a little branch coming off too, but definitely it goes longer in the main branch to the end of the middle finger on the right versus kind of, it's more shallow, but it's more like to the middle. That's fascinating.
Yeah, this in astrology we study them too because supposedly all karmas are reflecting our hands and feet.
Whoa.
Yeah, like Sadhguru's talked about this. So
Whoa.
it's really. Let me see what else I can tell. This is the Jupiter finger. So you know how politicians and religious people always point to that finger. Like this is it's the finger of authority. So whenever you see someone who has a very, let me see. Yeah, it's actually, if you really look at the three of them, this top part, look, mine is a little crooked. Every detail matters.
Whoa.
It's about religion. This finger's about 30 religion, and this is karma. This is Saturn.
So this is Jupiter.
This is Jupiter
Power and authority
and religion.
and religion. So whether you're saying things like this, I notice that I do this a lot. And when I feel really like into something, I'll be like this. And sometimes I'll even walk around like feeling like this.
Let me
I'll
see if
feel
it's
the
very
energy.
straight. It's very nice actually. And in your chart you have an assault of Jupiter, so it explains why.
Oh.
Let me see.
And then you said this is Saturn.
Saturn, yeah.
One time I jammed this finger. It's interesting that it got jammed and it got so big. That's why it's like a little bit fat around this
Let me see. I was gonna just do this.
distal metacarpal phalangeal joint.
Yeah, and the bottom phalange is a bigger one. That all means something. I'm gonna send you
The bottom phalange.
yeah,
of
you
this
see?
one is thicker.
Yeah, you see? Compared to the three of them, look.
It's
mine
like
too.
a tree base.
Yeah, like me too.
It shows you the strength in that.
Exactly,
planet,
that
huh?
energy. Yeah.
So
yeah.
this one is actually looks like not as strong of a tree.
Whenever you
as
see
my
something
pointer.
crooked, that means there's a distortion in that energy, in that
Really?
planet. Yeah, you
Could
see,
that-
like
could
the
that be
Saturn
fixed?
finger. Look at the Saturn. You see, there's a little crookedness.
Because this guy jammed one time.
Yeah, you jammed it, but that it means something.
Yeah, that's what I was
Means
thinking.
something.
Why was it that finger? Is it just chance? Does it mean anything?
It definitely does. Oh yeah.
Or it disrupts the energy a little bit.
It as well.
I think I rehabbed it pretty well, but yeah, it's a little bit.
Well, you have a really nice, let me see, really nice lifeline. Like, really, really nice.
Maybe I should actually straighten out my finger and do a little bit more intentional therapy on it.
Look, mine is also a little crooked, but at the top. Yours is more here, mine is here. Look, you see? It's a little slanted this way. Look at this. You see?
So is it beneficial for the entire system to bring
Yes.
more symmetry into it?
100%. 100%. Because prana
Wow.
leaves through the system, through the hands, and through the feet. So that's why Sadhguru has this thing on the feet, the little auntie. So prana doesn't leave the system.
Wow. So physical distortions, it's good to even fix the symmetry in them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And of course, it's at the end of the
It's
trunk.
geometry, yeah.
It's at the end of the trunk, so it's not like having an injury here.
Yeah, no.
So this is minor. So if you have injuries or asymmetries or imbalances, of course, fix the spine first. Of course,
Yes.
fix the symmetry of the body. You know what I actually noticed is I was looking at myself. I was sitting in Vajrasana, and I noticed that even just like in a relaxed state, I noticed the symmetry of my body is off. So there's a couple things about the symmetry of my body that I've been wondering for quite some time. First thing is that this clavicle right here where it meets the sternum, the left side is raised. So if you come from here, you'll see.
I see it.
I don't know what this is. It's like there's
I
like
see.
some kind of enlarged
Mhm.
bone. And I never had any clavicle injury. I never really hurt my shoulder.
What about, could
So-
it be some tightness in the muscles around it?
My left side has always been stronger, which is
Mm.
interesting because that's the feminine side. So I was
I
thinking,
feel it, yeah. Even just touching the muscles, this side definitely has some.
I had a back injury when I was a kid, but oh yeah, I threw out my right rotator cuff. That's why. I threw out my right rotator cuff when I was like 15 or 16, and for like a whole year, it was like my weak side. So
okay.
that's why. Because I was thinking
You
maybe.
naturally compensating, strengthen the
But I
side.
don't know if this is because this is a bony
Yeah.
difference. But I don't feel any pain or lack of range of motion, although my right side is not as flexible going into behind my back pose like this. But there's no pain, there's no dysfunction. But I just thought it was interesting analyzing the left and the right, and I was trying to understand, because this is still probably valid. Because when, if you actually lower your level and look like straight on, you can see it better.
Yeah, no,
But
I
you'll
see it.
see there's a slight, I don't know exactly what kind of deviation it is, but it's like very subtle. But like it looks like almost the left side is more powerful overall.
Even on the hips, I see it.
Yeah, there's something either.
Are you maybe is the floor balanced or?
I don't think that's what it is, because even when I was in my studio, I noticed it, and so I was thinking,
Yeah, I
That's-
definitely see it.
very interesting. There's an obvious some imbalance, and so
yeah, it's like
I don't know what to
Yeah.
do about it. I'm doing more intentional hatha yoga, but I was thinking a couple theories in my mind. I was thinking maybe my what's feminine? Pingala? No, Ida. Maybe my Ida energy on the left side. So this is more of like a philosophic bird's eye view hypothesis. Maybe my feminine side has been more dominant for so long that my right side of my whole body, if that's how it works, isn't as developed. That's one theory. The other theory is I've had some kind of GI issue or fascia problem, because right now I actually do have only the right side of my latissimus and close to my spine. It's still recovering. That was, I think, from I had a little tweak when I was deadlifting maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and that laid dormant. It was just a little like laid dormant, and then all of a sudden when I was doing my detox, woke up and I was just like, oh, the same exact thing. So it's healing. I'm doing foam rolling for it. It's been getting better fast. Taking it easy with my Surya Shaktis. Going nice and slow. Doing, I'm going to be doing more yogasanas, at least 3 or 4 times a week. But we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
how.
it's like this size longer in a way.
Yeah, it's much stronger too. Not much stronger, but it's noticeably stronger. So, what I'm gonna be tracking, everything's an experiment to me. I'm gonna be tracking over the next year what Hatha Yoga does to me, and so even now this is like footage to see. I'm gonna compare in a year. If I still look as asymmetrical, maybe get some good body work from people and get to like loosen up unconscious areas that I might have in my body, and maybe it's also from some lingering emotional garbage that I'm releasing. Coming from this 1.5, 2 years of like going through this weird chronic fatigue. The emotional side of things. Maybe there's organs on my right side that are still healing. I was angry. Liver is on the right side, so maybe the liver has a little bit of recovering to do. My masculine side of my life was just completely vitiated because I just felt so little masculinity and power in my life. So, and then the feminine was really the thing that was holding me on, where it's like I'm still trying to find the beauty in life, but I felt so disempowered and so weak. So I think that's also why, but it's going to be interesting seeing as my energy comes back online, if it's a matter of like just energizing the system and bringing more life into the body, and my system will balance more as I do more balancing sadhana, nadi shodhana, the hatha yoga, and the breath work. Just seeing what happens. Not intentionally doing any therapy. You look very symmetrical. Symmetric. Yeah, you look very symmetric. Very balanced. Here, turn around.
Like,
yeah, you look very stable, very healthy. Even in your hair, you can see it. I don't see any imbalance. If anything, I'd say your right feels a little bit more strong. A little bit tighter.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems a little bit more developed.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's subtle.
And it hurts.
It's definitely subtle, but yeah, this side definitely needs a little bit. Brother, we should come here and practice Thai massage.
You know how to do it? I don't know how to do
Yeah,
Thai.
I have a book. Oh, Thai is easy.
Really?
It's the easiest thing to do at a park, too.
Bro, let's do it.
Bro, body work is very essential,
Yeah, man.
especially for recovering from stress. Like, we could, I have a Marma therapy book.
Yeah.
I never really even studied the basics of Marma therapy.
It should be a fun thing. Yeah, man. We
Because-
can do a whole Thai marble thing.
Brother, we should just come here and hang out because I have my computer right here. That thing, I can work here. I can make content here. We can bring our mangoes. We can get a workout in. We can read the Marma therapy. We can read.
And you know what I have?
Thai
I have
massage.
that referring pen, radiating pen. Like you hit it there, and it transforms.
Here,
to
back up
here.
so that they can see what I'm doing. You have the radiating pain.
Yeah, man.
So-
Yeah, it's more like a fascia kind of work, right? Nervous system.
Well, it might be trigger points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Trigger points. Yeah, it's trigger points. Definitely trigger points because it hits me and it goes somewhere else. It's not tender points, where you just feel the pain localized.
Yeah, I studied trigger points a lot. I had so many trigger points
Oof.
during my life, so I totally understand trigger points. I wonder if they relate to Marma points at all, because Marma is more like acupressure, right?
Right.
You have to know the particular points.
But the trigger point, basically they work through the fascia, right? What is the whole science of them?
So, trigger point is when, actually, you moved too far. Let me spin this a little bit so that they can see. Yeah, we're still rolling. This is good. I love this iPhone, man. I have a terabyte of space on it, and the camera is so good. I actually just got another phone so that I could do a live stream on both and upload to both channels at the same time. Because now we have two channels, the Yogi Gamer and then also Miracle Massage Therapist. So anyway, yeah, I definitely feel like you have a lot of attention in that track.
See, bro? Yeah, man.
So
I spend a lot of time driving. I do this. There you go.
that's right. And you do Nadi Shodhana with the right side
Yeah,
only.
that too, bro. Yeah, man.
Isha meditators, man.
Yeah, man.
They
yeah.
all need a massage on
We
the
all
right.
need
to
the
be
right,
for.
yeah. And you see, you're hitting it right there, and it's connecting here.
Yeah, this is gonna be good gains.
Woo.
So
But please, yeah, about the
the trigger point.
trigger point. I'm intuiting it's from the fascia, right? It travels through the fascia, through the nervous system, right?
It's part of it. It's mostly just the muscle getting overworked,
Right.
and then it creates adhesions in the fascia.
Okay.
And also, a metabolic crisis happens inside the muscle,
Right.
where it's not recycling the waste products well enough, and so it cramps up because it's like, oh man, like I gotta constantly do all this work, but I haven't recovered enough, and so but he's making me work more and more and more, and I'm not recovered enough, and so it starts making like, okay, I gotta just like put out some spider webs here so that I'm more stable. So it's doing a lazy job because it didn't recover fully, and so that's why it starts and then those spider webs, they clog up the lymph, the blood, pace down a little bit on the nerves. Everything gets harder and harder and harder. So it's just the lazy guy, the lazy guy who tries to compensate, but then it gets worse and worse and worse. It's weird. It's like our bodies are so smart,
They're so smart.
but at the
bro.
same time, they need tune-ups.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely a lot here on the right. Actually, brother, I prefer working on the ground and not having a massage table most of the time.
This is fantastic. Yeah.
As
Let's
long
do
as the
this.
person
Let's see if we
is-
can do it tomorrow. Woo!
Yeah.
We do the tie with the marmot. We can do it.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah, man. It's a good thing.
I really like this area because, first of all, how far was this from your house?
Like 15 or so.
Okay, yeah, it was like 10 minutes from my house, so
Not bad at all, man.
10, 12 minutes. So it's like really nice right between us. And then I love this park, and I feel like it's a nice little hub where enough people are here. Also, I want to explore UM because I want to just have like, I love the idea of just being out where people can join if they want. We could like see what other people are doing. Like imagine if we brought over like, like imagine if we brought out our music and now we just play the harmonium as the sun is setting after we ate our mango. I gotta get my harmonium going, brother. I'll get a mobile harmonium. You bring your mridanga. We come back to this part, brother.
Sing Hare Krishna.
This is our office.
Oh, we can even do other bhajans. We can do Shiva, 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 Shambha.
Oh yeah, Isha mantras.
Yeah, we can do any type of kirtan, not just the Krishna.
Ooh,
We can
dude,
sing to
let's learn
Devi.
one.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
learn the dun 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 the
Hey, you
dun,
like
dun,
that
dun,
one,
dun,
huh?
the dun, dun, the dun, dun. You can do that as the sun is almost down.
Shivoham, Shivoham.
Dude, let's learn that one.
Anandarupam, Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivanandarupam, Shivoham, Shivoham. Hey, I love that one. That's the one you sing when you're about to eat. Remember?
No, I didn't know that.
Like in the ashram. Remember? We used to do Om 3 times, right?
I thought we had a different mantra.
Yeah, Sahana Bhavantu.
Om
Sahana Bhavantu. But that one is also there. Okay, let's go because my nephew
Okay.
doesn't understand. He's a
Yeah.
he's a
I
kid.
did.
So he's like, bro, get over here already. Yo, I don't care what
Brother,
you're doing.
You know what else? Let's do
This guy.
ooh.
Huh?
Ooh.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah.
That
it's a-
right
it's
side
a
was
good start.
definitely. Oh yeah.
You know, I think it's just really nice to get out here, and what we could do too is just share with everybody what we're learning.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, we're going to be learning some interesting stuff, but I want to stay focused. Not that I want to study Marmo right away. I actually would like to study more, I would like to study more about nutrition and
Like the
Panchakarma.
Okay, yeah.
I want to study and I want to share with them more about, I want to share more about what we've been doing. So we told them a little bit today.
We did.
Yeah, we
Put the
told-
mangoes.
Yeah.
Okay, which ones did you give me? This one. This is for you. This one is for me. This is for you, man.
I'll bring that one back tomorrow. We can eat it together.
Yeah, because I have 4 already. And so you have 4.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So
man. Sharing is caring, as they say. Right? We can share what we learn.
the basics. Okay, guys. So
Amazing, though.
I know this place is magical.
I
What
love
should we
this
call
place.
this place? This is something about breakdancing. This is breakthrough banyan. The breakthrough banyan. Hey. Hell yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Breakthrough. We'll work on it.
Hell yeah.
Breakthrough Cove. But yeah, bringing people on this adventure with us is super duper fun. So, we talk about a lot of stuff that's kind of advanced, but I'm really wondering how people are digesting this. Like everything that we talked about today, it's a little bit random and we bounce around a lot. We usually do. We usually do that a little bit. Hold on, let me switch this around because sometimes this phone.
We must have some G's from the kangaroos family, huh?
Uh-huh.
Always bouncing and bouncing. Yeah?
We do have that Vata energy a little bit together. So the whole idea that people understand what we're talking about as we vibe, I want to make an episode where we're teaching them the basics so that they can follow everything that we're talking about. Because even when we talk about Vata Pitta Kapha, I feel like we're graduate students, right?
The three dosha. They make your body feel like a float.
Feel like a flow chart. Yeah, we can make a rap. We can make a song, brother. Hey, we can make a music video where we're going around, we're doing our weird breakdancing, we're doing silly stuff, we're wearing our Spider-Man suit and everything. I'm over there.
I can take it.
Okay. So, but yeah, I wanna share lessons with the people. So maybe the first episode of Super Yogi Brothers
Hey.
is we'll teach them the basics of nutrition and the energies, right?
Well, before that, bro, what would you say if we walked into a little minor history, a little philosophical background of Ayurveda? What do you think about that?
Sure.
You think the audience would like that?
Yeah, I think that would be
We're not
super
trying to
dope.
keep it super boring. If I hear you guys snoring, I'll put some music on.
Okay. No, I think that would be really, really cool, actually.
Yeah, man. And at a park, I feel like it will be a great place. Since we're talking about nature, we'll be in nature, right?
Yeah, because it's important to know where we're coming from with this and how it got developed. So I do think that will be really super cool. And then just the basics,
Just the basics, yeah,
I
man.
think everybody just wants to know about nutrition, how to just so I think the first episode would be good to talk about food combinations. That's the easiest first thing. You don't even have to know Vata Pitta. I'm right here.
Where?
Right here. Vata Pitta
you're right
Kapha, all that stuff. So I'll text you. I'll
Okay,
text
Prabhu,
you
please.
what we can talk about.
we do
you know
this
what?
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna prep. I'm gonna brainstorm too.
Yeah. All we have to do is bring props. Because I think we already have the knowledge. I'm just
Bring
gonna
what?
write props.
What is
Just stuff to make it fun. To make it dramatic. To make it funny. To demonstrate. To make it that's the thing. That's the real thing. To make it a classroom. Imagine we were teaching the kids.
Okay.
We have to make it first grade or kindergarten, easy to understand.
Yeah.
Fun, interactive. That's what I'm thinking. Dramatic. Weird dramatic. As weird and funny and different as it can be. Because what I'm imagining is characters, skits, some kind of song, dance,
Yeah.
Something that it doesn't have to be in one take. It's not like, this camera isn't even here. Like, the camera is here, but it's not here because
What camera?
yeah, the camera is always there. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm training myself for. I'm gonna do a whole day of live, just so that I'm used to just like being myself and there's no camera. So the whole thing is you can turn the camera off. We can do cuts. We can do take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4. It doesn't matter. Like, so we can do little dance variations, fool around, make it stupid. We can bring costumes. Like, I'm gonna bring the most random stuff, and it's just to make it different and weird and fun, because that's what I would like. That's what I would want to see, to learn Ayurveda. And so I'll text you the general topics. We'll bring fun stuff.
Okay.
We'll bring food again. We'll bring our whatever we want to learn. And
Yeah,
I don't
at
know.
least we'll do a recipe or 2. Maybe we can give each episode 2 recipes. Something they can take with them,
And maybe 2, we can schedule in a little workout challenge.
Okay.
So
okay,
I was thinking,
let's do
instead
that.
of, because we don't have the video games yet, we could do like, we're like, this is the itinerary for today. We're going to start with this yoga. So we're gonna do sun salutations, or we're gonna do upa yoga, whatever we want to show them, right? Whatever we want to do to make it even more natural, right? I think you want to do upa yoga?
Upa yoga is nice. I like it. And then maybe we do some.
I think upa yoga, and then we talk, we teach, we share.
Okay.
So we can do the background, then a little bit on nutrition 101. That's what we'll bring you guys tomorrow, is nutrition 101. History and the nutrition 101. Then we'll do our breakdance routine. We'll do you have a rope? We should do tug of war. That's a great workout.
No, I don't have one, I believe.
Do you have
Where
anything
can we get that?
that we could use, like a rope? Like a towel. Just bring a big towel, like a strong towel.
I'll see what I have at home. I might have something that we can work with. Yeah.
Okay. And then we can do something, like who can get 50 burpees first?
50 burpees? You must have a lot about that.
So something like that. Or we could even...
Burpee means burp, right?
Oh, a burpee is where you do a push-up down on the ground,
Oh
you
my
come back up and you
God.
jump.
I was talking about burp. I thought you were talking about actual burps. I'm like, you must have so much bata in you, boy, that you can get 50 of them. You're like a what? You turning into a frog right now? What? What's going on with
I was
you?
assuming that everybody kind of just understands like CrossFit lingo, because that's like a CrossFit. It's an American word, burpee.
No, I like working out, but I don't think I was ever like you.
So
You are very much into.
that's the thing. Like, let's make up fun, different workout challenges, because that's the thing too. Is like, it's entertaining. People can do it with us. So I always liked this idea that, like, Dr. K, the healthy gamer, he was always like, let's play some games. Let me teach you what I learned in my life about psychiatry and mental health, and then let's do some yoga together. And so he'd lead them through like Om chanting,
Okay.
right? And so the audience is like, okay, well, I get to actually do this with you. So I wanted to do something like, all right, so we'll do a workout challenge, and then we'll do yoga together. So it's like, all right, doesn't matter how many you do. It doesn't matter if you're doing 50 burpees or if you're doing 5. The point is, we're just moving. And
We're just doing.
We love burpees because it gets everything done.
Especially
so-
the gas out.
And so then we can learn something, and then we can close with like Isha Kriya, or even, well, what could they do with us? Because we're not going to do Shambhavi.
We can do Isha Kriya, or maybe Miracle of the Mind.
Miracle of the Mind is even a shortened Isha Kriya.
Yeah.
We could even just teach them like some of the Upa Yoga.
Or I remember there's a Shambhavi where we do the Om Shanti for, I think it was like maybe 7 minutes, and then we just look up, we do the Shambhavi Mudra. You know,
That's part of Upa Yoga.
We can do that.
So,
I think
yeah.
without the we'll have a kick. Oh, for sure.
Okay, so we'll start by doing Upa Yoga completely through so that they see what it is. Oh, and then we can teach them directional movements, neck movements, and Yoga Namaskar.
Okay.
And then at the end, we can teach the last three.
Yeah, because like Sadhguru said, first get the juices going. You know what I mean? Get the body, get rid of all that excess energy, so at the end they can sit down and really experience that meditation. You know?
Yeah, and at the end we'll do the last three: the alternate nostril breathing,
And
the Shambhavi mudra,
Yeah.
and then the
Because you know the body will be already, everything will be out, so you can just sit and not feel like, you know.
What's it called when you just gaze at the point between your eyebrows? What's that one called?
Shambhavi mudra.
Really? I thought that was holding this. Is this Maha Mudra?
No, this is Chin mudra.
This is chin?
Chin mudra.
So-
This is Chin Maya.
Oh yeah, we're doing that at the same time. That is
What?
when we just look at the point between the
it's
eyebrows.
this, yeah.
Holding. Please hold Yoga Mudra. Because when we do Shambhavi together in Sadhguru Guides, when he tells us to move into that mudra, he says, please hold Yoga Mudra and chant. And then you do the Om chanting. So he calls it Yoga Mudra.
This also called that way. It's called Shin Mudra
Okay.
or Yoga Mudra.
Because this is Chin Mudra, but this is also Chin Mudra. Because it's the same thing.
No, yeah, it's true. He does Chin Mudra, yeah, and Shakti like this. Yoga Mudra. Maybe this is Yoga Mudra, this is Shin Mudra. Yeah, I think this is Shin Mudra. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah,
He
this is
actually-
yoga. Okay.
I remember during inner engineering, he challenged us to see what difference that makes in the system.
I remember.
You remember that too?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
only one lady was actually
On
able
the
to
breath,
say.
on the breath, yeah.
I forgot. What difference does it make? I forget.
Like the breathing pattern. So by doing the Chin Mudra, you breathe through the lower lobe of the lungs. The Chin Maya is the middle one, and then the last one, which one is this one? I forget the name. This one, remember? That we bring from the upper lobe. Which one is that one called? I know it's Chin Mudra, Chin Maya, and
Something baby. I remember something baby.
yeah, you had to do. The
Something
babies make
baby.
this a lot. Yeah.
Chin Mudra, Chin Maya Mudra, Dada Mudra. And then what is
I
this
will
one?
look it up tonight. Yeah, this one had another man. I don't remember either.
There's this yogi on Instagram, and he does a whole series just teaching different mudras, and he has
Mudras?
really fancy shit. But even if we just stick with like the normal mudras that we learn in Isha, I think that would be very interesting. Even the learning process for me, just to understand like, okay, the different mudras that we have when we're doing. What am I doing?
You're
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're throwing gang signs.
This is how
We're
you.
the Ayurvedic boys. Woo! Shaolin up in here.
This is how he teaches when you don't know Yoga Mudra, or actually how to do Sukha Kriya.
Yeah, because this is Nadi Shuddhi. Yeah.
But once you learn Sukha Kriya,
Yeah, it's like this.
am I even doing that right?
Yeah, Prabhu. That's how it is.
Because I never do it with my left. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah. So when you learn Sukha Kriya, you no longer do Chin. You no longer do Sukha
Nadi Shuddhi.
Nati Shuddhi.
No, because I think Nadi Shuddhi is with the Upa Yoga. You do that with the whole Upa Yoga. And then you do the Shambhavi Mudra.
Okay, so I'm gonna study Upa Yoga tonight.
Yes,
I'm gonna watch what Sadhguru says about all of them so that we can be ready to teach Upa Yoga tomorrow.
I'm excited for that.
Upa Yoga, burpees and tug of war, breakdance whatever we want, end with Upa Yoga.
And then
And eating after.
so after everything, but we don't do the Nadi Shuddhi and the mudra.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna do that at the end for sure.
And after that, we eat with the meal, and then we get into the nutrition and the talking part of it. Because people will be so nourished, their brain will be so much energized. They will be able to just absorb.
And we're gonna tell them to get mangoes so that after we do it, they can eat mangoes with us.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the sharing. So yeah, the end will be more like social, like just sharing, like sharing what we're doing, and then we'll just talk and chill. That'll be it, because that's the live component of it.
People are gonna be so fantastic. Already feeling so fantastic. They wouldn't mind talking about it. You know, let's talk about anything.
Yo,
we're feeling so great.
You know what I'm realizing? We can invite anybody to this, and we're literally just teaching yoga, like
we can
online, but then just like inviting anybody. We can just be like, yo, me and my friend, we're gonna have a yoga session. We're teaching yoga. You wanna come learn yoga? We're having mango feast after. We're teaching Upa yoga, and we're gonna be talking about nutrition, and that's basically it. So we can invite anybody that we want. They can be there with us. Well, we can teach them Upa yoga and do Upa yoga with them.
Bueno, I'm gonna text some people.
Yeah.
To see what I can gather with.
Oh, I'm excited because, yeah, teaching Upa yoga like an Ishanga. I understand the practice and the devotion and the sanctity of bringing it in a very proper way. You know, having the video that's official, that says it perfectly, introducing sadhgurus that they know where it's coming from. That's why you were talking about the history. I'm gonna bring my Ishanga sheet that they give me to read before you introduce Upa Yoga, and we'll just read that too.
Yeah, of course, we can do that, Prabhu. We should do that.
We should do
and
that.
We should do, maybe in the beginning, a little invocation, like
Asatoma Sagamaya.
Yeah, man, we should do a small invocation, explain the meaning
And
in
I'll-
English.
Yeah, and I'll link them to the Upa Yoga if they want to learn it from the official source.
Yeah,
Because
man.
we're just sharing in our
We're
own way.
Ishangas.
Yeah, we're just sharing in our own way. If they want to learn very precisely from the, is it bad to say from the horse's mouth? Is that derogatory?
From the horse.
you can't say that. That's not good. Then they can learn from him.
From the horse's beard.
From the horse's
He does
mane.
have a legendary
From the
beard.
lion's mouth.
No.
He does have lion energy.
Huh? Who's that, Guruji? Oh yeah, for sure.
They must have some kind of way to find their spiritual animal through astrology.
Who?
Is there a way to see someone's spirit animal through astrology?
Yeah, he has Leo. He has 3 planets in Leo. You're right. You're very perceptive, Prabhu.
So, anyways, I know you have to go, but so fun being with you, bro. And tomorrow's gonna be nice. What time do you want to get out here?
Okay, let me see. In the morning, I gotta do a couple things. Maybe midday.
Okay, like 3 o'clock.
No, maybe even before that. I
Okay.
don't know. What is
Sounds
your
good.
schedule?
No, I'd be down for like 2 or 3 o'clock for sure.
2 or 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's aim for that.
I'll follow up with you tomorrow.
Let's do it, Prabhu.
Amazing. By the way, I love how you have this Isha yoga mat right here.
Yeah,
this
man.
is legendary.
Yeah, I was. Look at how it is, but.
It's so rustic. It's kind of like kind of feels like I'm on a ranch.
Yeah, man. Cause
Leather.
before I came here, I was doing at a park, so I'm like,
Exactly.
nice.
One last thing I wanted to say.
Shampoo.
I'll tell you tomorrow. Love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
See you soon.
See you soon, my brother. Hey, John, see you, brother.
I see you too. And they see you. We're watching you. Hey! Hey! You know what? I'm gonna eat my mangoes here. At that part. I should probably wash my hands. So, that's that, guys. Still recording. Yeah, that's that. That's Osmel. we met at the temple actually, and just put my shoes on real quick. We actually met at the Hare Krishna temple, and we were just washing dishes after we had the feast, and we just got to talking, and we just hit it off just like that. I've only known him like 2 months. I'd say 2-3 months I've known Osmel, and it's kind of just amazing. Like, I was in the right spot at the right time to meet this guy, and it's just like, I don't know, I'm learning a good lesson from that, because I was at the right place at the right time. You're just gonna meet, you just meet the right people when you're in the right place, doing the right thing. Like, I wouldn't have met him if I wasn't there at the temple, and if I wasn't open to volunteering and washing dishes, and so is he. It's like, just, you meet high quality people when you're doing high quality, high consciousness things, right? So it just makes sense. And you know, this guy, it's like, we just click. We just give each other so much. It's like, it's rare that you meet somebody like that you resonate with so much. And, I mean, you guys saw how much fun we had. Not everybody can resonate like that, and so it's super dope. I'm super happy to have a friend like him, and we're enriching each other in so many different ways. Like, our dynamic, we just learn so much from each other, and I'm super grateful to know him. And we're gonna be making more and more content. You know, we are the Super Yogi Brothers, and we're gonna be bringing you guys more and more Yogi Man, and we're gonna be bringing some beautiful art and the beauty of yoga and the fun of yoga. So I hope that you guys got something out of being with us today. We're gonna be bringing you more formalized stuff, more interesting stuff, more, well, I shouldn't say more formal, but more organized, really. And yeah, really looking forward to bringing more and more of this stuff, because it's just beautiful. It's just life-giving. It just transformed my life so much. The science of yoga. We just want to bring you guys this yoga. We just want to bring you the yogi life, the yoga lifestyle. It's tons of fun, and it blesses you with so much energy and health and abundance. So I care about you guys. I'm thinking about you guys. Massage therapists, gamers, boys and girls. It's an amazing time to be alive, especially if you're living the right way, the yogi way. So I'm gonna get in there, wash my hands, go over there and eat mangoes, and get back to creating more and more of these programs for you guys. By the way, really nice program that I want you to get is the 7-day yogi cleanse. The 7-day yogi cleanse is a really awesome yogi strategy that I use to clean out my system so that I could lose weight fast, clean out my system, and bring back my energy. And so what it is it's 7 days of changing how you eat. The herbs and the oils that energize you and clean you out. Beautiful juices. Beautiful, half of your diet will be just juices. Half of it will be Ayurvedic yogi nutrition. We're talking about vegetables, bok choy, steamed with a chutney and a tahini on top. Once I started eating like this, it completely helped clean out my system. The right herbs and the right food combinations, it completely changes how your body functions and how it cleans itself out. So if you want energy, you want weight loss, you want clarity, and you want to heal your body, whether you have pain, whether you have sleep problems, whether you have digestive issues, is really what it helps you with too. When you clean your system out, everything feels better, everything functions better, because you're cleaning your organs, you're cleaning your GI tract. And when you clean your organs and your GI tract, the system relaxes. You come out of this like nervous fight or flight, and you get into this mode where your nervous system is just working better, your organs are working better, your hormones are at the right levels, and everything functions perfectly when your hormones, your organs, and your nervous system are balanced. And so I learned that from Vasant Lad. I learned this from experimenting in my own life. Vasant Lad is the most famous Ayurvedic practitioner that actually came to America. And so he's the most famous authority in America of Ayurveda. And so I took his cleanse, experimented with it, and made it my own. And now I just want to share it with you guys because it's so beautiful when you can reset your system. You know, you build up so much trauma and gunk and toxins in your system that every so often you just have to cleanse it. You have to renew and push that reset button. Pushing that reset button is really amazing. And when I do this cleanse, every time I feel lighter, I lose weight, I look better, my skin looks better, I can talk better, my brain works better, brain fog goes away, my joints feel better, I have more energy and strength in the gym, my libido comes back. And so just living like a yogi, as simple as just eating herbs, drinking great juices, and eating healthy meals. And that's just the first start. That's the first step. You know, we're going to be bringing you also in that same system the basic 2 yoga postures that you can use to heal, to relax your system, how to meditate. And so very, very simple and basic. And I want to get this into people's hands because it's the most simple way to start taking control of your energy in your life, and it can heal you in so many ways. Your mind works better when your body is healed. You can change so much about your life just by learning simple health practices. You know, this world and the health world is a minefield. This world is a minefield, and if you don't know how to navigate it with your own health, you're in trouble. And maybe a lot of you are already feeling that. I know how you feel. And that's the strategy that I did. I learned from the yoga sciences. I took the 10 years. I rolled around in the dirt. I've been through the gamut, and I learned the best techniques. And that's yoga. It can heal you in so many different ways. So get that guide. It's free. This is my gift. I want to give people this gift. The gift of not just a PDF. The gift is health. The gift is liveliness. The gift is healing. So that you can live a better life, so that you can live a life where you're smiling and that you can bring more life to other people, so that you can do little life-giving things. When you have the energy, then it lights you up. When you get aligned with the yogic perspective of life, the yamas and the niyamas, when you commit yourself to bringing harmony and unity into your life and then to the world, you're a force to be reckoned with, my friend. That's the real gift. That's the real gift that the yogis and the mystics and the sages and Jesus Christ and Buddha and Sadhguru have brought to us and given to us for free. And that's why I want to pass on. You know, it's not even my gift to give. It's their realization. It's their knowledge. It's the ancient knowledge. It's the insights into the realities of our system and into this world so that we can live in harmony. And it's truth. And so everybody deserves that. That's why it's free. That's why we're here. We're here to grow together, just like the trees. We're here to be in harmony together and to help each other grow to the next level. So that's the yoga perspective, unity and harmony. And that's what love is aiming for, okay? So God bless you. And I hope that you enjoy the guide. Get yourself those mangoes, get yourself those juices. I'm about to go enjoy the mangoes before the sun goes down. So it was a fun day, had a whole lot of fun. You got to meet Osmel, and we're gonna come back at you in the next video, okay? God bless. Like and subscribe if it blessed you. Follow for more. Peace.